What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on the Shattered Veil, and for this one, I want to do something we haven't done before. It's a bit of a different style of run. We're going to be hitting up round 31 with the Rampage Inducer, rocking the CR56 Amax, at least for this one specifically. But the goal is to only utilize Pack-a-Punch level 1. We'll use our rarity upgrades, our ammo mod, our perks, and stuff like that to see if we can make it 31 rounds without requiring Pack-a-Punch higher than that, basically, right? So it's a Pack 1 only outside of the other options, but we're not going to be obviously using Pack 2 or Pack 3. And I kind of just want to see if the weapon has the ability to make it to 31 without too many struggles. We're going to run the Rampage Inducer to add the extra layer of difficulty, but make sure if you guys do enjoy this one at any time, or you have any feedback, positive or negative, leave that in the comment section below, as I could consider this, for more runs in the future. Different maps, different weapons. I mean, if there's a specific combination you guys want to see, also let me know that in the comment section below. But I think this can make a fun, kind of different style of run than we normally do. Obviously, the different maps are going to have a different experience, but I think it'll be pretty cool to see if a Pack 1 version of the weapon, even with the other upgrades, is capable of doing at least 31 rounds. I think a lot of us end up getting Pack 2, probably somewhere around round 15, 16. We get Pack 3 by round 30 most of the time, I think. So I felt like that would be a good place to go, because that's normally the round where you're likely to be, if not close to, maximum upgrades, right? So first step is kind of making our way through these early rounds. Why did we get the insta-kill so dang early? Not actually getting to take much advantage of it. Wanted to start out with the stronger weapon, just because if it was capable of doing it with this, then it's obviously going to be capable of doing it with some lower tiers at least a higher challenge or layer of difficulty, right? Like, if we use one of the worst weapons in the game, it might not be that easy. Weapon like this, I feel like, has a pretty decent chance, so hopefully we're going to be able to make something magical happen here, at the very least. I do think having the Rampage Inducer on will add a layer of difficulty that is much needed, because the in-between rounds is just entirely too slow, and I think in the early stages especially, it's just insanely easy to have no Rampage Inducer on, so we'll just wait it out. We need our points. We still want to make our way in there to get Pack 1. But now that we don't need Pack 2, we're not going to have to worry about nearly as much, or staying down there, I guess, for all that long. And then we can get all of our perks from Wonder Fizz at 25. And we'll just kind of try to make magic happen. I'm assuming by round 30 we should be Legendary, but I mean, realistically, it's not about maxing out Legendary. It's more about, can Pack 1 make it work? The cool thing about this run as well is normally when we're trying out a weapon, seeing how double tap is, or you know what I mean, in general, just doing a performance run, we normally go to round 41 with the Rampage Inducer. So being that we're only going to be 10 rounds short and we're going to be missing out on 2 Pack-a-Punch upgrades, I feel like that's a pretty good place to go to. All right. If you guys want me to push it further in the future, you'll have to let me know down in the comment section below, but I felt like 31 was probably the sweet spot. I mean, the idea isn't to make the weapon non-powerful. I just kind of want to see if it has what it takes to make it through that in reasonable time. If it takes us 40 minutes to do so, it definitely wasn't worth it, because that means that we lost a lot of time just fighting the same group of zombies, doing very, very little damage. I think I'm going to go ahead and hit this, even though it's an earlier round, just because it's going to get me a little extra points, and it'll get me through part of this round faster. More of a speed thing than anything else. Plus, we're not going for Pack 2, so I'm a little bit less worried about points. I just need to get enough for Jug, PhD, 2-plater, double tap, and Pap 1. Likely, we're not going to spend too much time down in the mainframe, so that's going to be nice. Here we are, round 7, though. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below how you're enjoying Season 4 so far. Have you grinded all your weapons? Have you burned yourself out on Grief yet? Are you just looking forward to Season 5 and Janus Towers getting released? I think it's more than likely they're going to release it at the start of the season, just because they have a super egg, I'm assuming, in their grasp, and they're planning on releasing it. I don't think they're going to release that at the same time as the last map, but I could be wrong. I don't know how super eggs have been released in the past, but I'm pretty sure it was well after the final map was released. Not sure about Black Ops 3, though. I didn't really pay attention to the launch times quite as much at those time periods, specifically to zombies, right? I need to just save one zombie, just one. There we go. We got those guys out of the way. I don't need to go over there for anything. We're in a good spot. Now we just need to make our way through, get Pack-a-Punch unlocked. We'll probably grab Pap 1. We'll grab whatever else we can afford at the time, and then we'll make our way back to the front of the mansion to try to survive. Yeah, I think normally when you do a run, you're trying to be overpowered as much as possible. Now, this isn't a, knock on anybody that, upgrades early or anything. But more importantly, this run is supposed to show, how far you can really push weapons. and honestly just how much things scale after you pass that point. I think that's the more obvious thing we're going to see is not only does the weapon actually withstand the first 30 rounds more than likely, I think after that point, the PAP 2 and PAP 3 are so relevant just because of the amount of armor that the enemy types have. All right, let's go ahead and get at least one upgrade. I said I was going to get my ammo mod, so we'll go ahead and get our ammo mod as well. I mean, we're not going to limit ourselves that much, right? We're just here to see if pack 1 with all the other goodies can take us the distance. Okay, we flipped around basically as we unlocked our elevator, but we did get jug, we did get double tap. Oh, I'm a little bit short. I need a little bit more points. There we go, we have enough. And we have our, obviously, uncommon rarity, our dead wire, and now we're at PAP 1. Have my PAP 1 camos off, or my Pack-a-Punch camos off. I don't know why the hell we have our camo on, but let's go with it. All right, so I don't necessarily want to stay down here too long, especially since we don't need Pack-a-Punch level 2, but what I do want to do, try to give us enough points to get PhD and the 2-plater on our way back to the front. So we need at least 7,500, I believe, in order to make that work. We're going to try to wait a second, and then we'll grab the insta-kill. Let's go. These rounds are going so quickly. I mean, it helps to be in a good spot with a good weapon. Okay, grab that. Everybody needs to spawn in a little bit quicker. They only want to spawn in front of me. I need them all to spawn. The sooner they spawn, the faster they go bye-bye. What is that? That's a nuke? I mean, I guess I might as well hit that in a second here. Maybe to start the round if it's a toxic zombie round. Okay, I nuked the beginning of this. Nothing too crazy, but wanted to at least take advantage of it. I'm not really worried about points all that much. We actually have exactly what we need now, so we can start making our way back to the front of the mansion as soon as we flip this round. Another zombie there. Another zombie there. That should be it, hopefully. All right, we got a quick toxic zombie round. It shouldn't be too bad. This early on, there's not really that many of them. There we go. Oh, unfortunately, the ammo's across the screen here. Now, I didn't want to put more limitations on myself for something like this because I felt like that would make it too slow, too boring. Trying to find the happy medium. Some people, I think, probably, depending on the challenge I'm doing, might feel like the challenge is dumb or it's just way too slow and not entertaining enough, and I could get that, right? If I'm doing something that's a little bit too much, I could feel like it would be more drawn out than it is fun or entertaining. So I wanted to find the in-between. I felt like at least having access to every other item would make things interesting. Obviously, having the Rampage Inducer on is a whole other element of difficulty. So hopefully it makes it more fun. 13 rounds so far. I mean, obviously at this point we shouldn't feel too down bad. I'll be more interested to see how the disciple rounds go as we go along here. I do have enough. I'm going to go in there and get rare rarity, I think, before too much passes. So if the ballerina event is actually the rivals event, that should be happening in a couple of days, and we'll get access to not only Shatter Blast, which is the most important thing for Season 4 in my opinion, we will also get access to a 3-round burst attachment for the Strider pistol, which I covered in yesterday's video, as we took that to round 41 with the Rampage Inducer, which was a lot of fun. I think as a burst fire, the pistol could actually end up being pretty good. So I'm looking forward to trying that out for sure, but most importantly, I'm looking forward to getting access to Shatter Blast. Now, if you haven't already, or maybe you didn't know you could, make sure you go into the research section of your augments, select Shatter Blast, and you can actually already unlock some of your augments prior to the launch of that event and being able to actually get access to it. Some people are reporting getting activations for Shatter Blast through their elemental pop, so that's kind of cool as well. But outside of that, still just got to wait till we're able to unlock it. We'll be able to take full advantage of it at that point, and hopefully it's only a couple days away. Okay, we really want to get this insta-kill, but I kind of want to finish the round first since we're at this point. Oh my god, we got a nuke too? What the heck's going on here? We actually flipped around? Okay, we're going to get the double whammy. We're hitting the nuke, and then I'm waiting for a second here, and we got the insta-kill, and then... Oh, did he not come through? Oh, he's inside. I was like, wait, where is he? I heard him. He's in here hiding. Insta-kill is going to make that really easy, and that's okay, because we're down with that. One thing that is going to be a problem, I guess, is we don't have a lot of ammo. We're going to go through more ammo, but we're going to save a ton of currency by not pack-a-punching any further. Okay, we really don't have that much left. The Disciple rounds are pretty chill once you just eliminate the Disciple quickly, so that's good to see. Onward. We're already like halfway there. It seems like it's going quick. Probably a better thing, too. I never did this previous because I think double tap helps a ton. Being able to have double tap, getting that extra damage, especially if you have the augments equipped, really goes a long way, especially if you're only doing Pack-Punch level 1. So I feel like that's going to kind of carry us a little bit throughout this. but it is possible the damage fall off is going to be too much. Okay, I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're finishing our toxic zombie round as quickly as possible, while also grabbing quick revive here and speed cola as fast as we can. Oh, that's not it. Come on. Yeah, spawn over here. This should be the last one. That's perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Now I can go into this. We got speed cola, and we're in a great spot until round 25 when we want to hit the Wonder Fist. Needed some armor, and it dropped me a max armor off the rip. All I did was PhD into 1 enemy type. And I got the power up that I was hoping for. All right, we should be good here. Glad I got the speed cola because we're gonna be reloading quite a bit more now that we're slowly losing our DPS. Slowly. Not bad. Not going crazy, but it definitely is happening. All right, we're gonna get the double points. We'll get the reload in. Another dead wire activation's coming soon. I feel it. Maybe not, though. We don't have elemental pop, so it's probably going to be a little less frequently until we get to that point. All right, round 20. Things are going pretty smooth so far, I have to say. I didn't anticipate we'd be in a bad spot yet, but you never really know. It also depends on the weapon you choose. Luckily for me, I was in control of what weapon we use this time, and I chose the Amax because it's definitely one of my favorite weapons, currently at least. Let me know down in the comment section below, what's your favorite weapon right now to use in Black Ops 6 Zombies? Or if you have a couple, what's your favorite, 2 weapons to use in Black Ops 6 Zombies? I'm sure there's some in different categories that you're preferring. All right, we got another insta-kill here. Get our 30 seconds back up. All right, where's our guy at? I just heard him. I'm getting kind of tired of this guy. Where is he? Hey, man. Hey, where are you at? He's inside the building. Can he get out here? What's going on? Why am I having to wait 7 business days for my elite? Only because I got not an upgrade, a freaking power up. If I didn't get a power up, that dude would have been all up in my grill right here. All up in my grill. Can we get away? Hello? I'm trying to get to the guys over there. Okay. Yep. He should be dead by now. And he's still not dead? These guys weren't hitting me so continuously. Is he dead over there? I can't tell. Yeah, he was dead. I'm thinking we only have 3 more because we had the nuke come in and everything. I guess I'll just save the mutant injection for our exfil at 31. Okay, I actually could have snuck in and got epic rarity. I could have already had epic rarity, but I wasn't paying enough attention to my salvage, and I also don't want to put myself in a bad position here. I want to make sure we're in the best possible scenario we can be in. What's this? Oh, it's not what I thought it was. For a second, I thought that was a max armor. I was kind of excited. Not that we really need the armor, but it would have allowed me to take more hits and not have to worry about it. As soon as I saw it was a bonus points, I was like, you know what? I guess we're just picking it up. Sometimes it's just the way it goes. Yeah. So far, we're still doing pretty dang good damage, but to be fair, it is only 22. The scaling shouldn't be that crazy yet. Finish this guy off. I could probably sneak in and grab epic rarity. Okay, round 23. What do you got in store for us? Is that an insta-kill? Nope, it's a max armor. That was the one thing we want, was an insta-kill, and it gives me the armor. Now that I have armor, it wants to give me armor. Whenever I have armor, it wants to give me armor. Or whenever I don't have it, it never wants to give it to me, right? I guess that's always how it works. Insta-kill would be great, but not counting on it. Couple more rounds, and we can go get the rest of our perks. Let's go ahead and grab our max armor now. Just make the best of it. Finish this round off. I mean, epic rarity's holding it down. We're actually getting pretty close to legendary as well. Another reason I wanted to do this run is because I think a majority of people would never wait this long to pack a punch to level 2, right? But it's probably good to know that you can with certain weapons. Probably good to know that you would be more than strong enough with your pack 1 purple and able to build up as much currency as possible to make sure you can buy every single perk at the Wonder Fizz when round 25 hits, no matter the situation you find yourself in. I mean, if you're one of those people that really wants those perks and you want to get them quicker, and you could definitely just wait until that point and then, do it all then. Or hit your pack-a-punch level 2 later once you've saved yourself a little bit extra essence. It's significantly cheaper to buy ammo at pack 1 than it is at pack 2. I'm throwing a decoy. We ended up making it down to the bottom and out safely. We got all the perks that we could ever desire. I even went ahead and bought Death Perception, which I never buy since we're not going for extra pack-a-punches this time. I figured why not, but we have everything but melee macchiato. Now it's just about trying to... Oh, I want to go ahead and throw another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one just because we got that nuke. I want to finish off as many zombies as we can in hopes of flipping around with the actual nuke itself. Come on. Get some of these guys out of here. Pack 1's starting to slow us down a little bit, but not bad. All right, that should do a pretty good amount of the zombies, if not all of them. Hopefully we'll be able to flip the round. We should start getting a lot more decoys anyway, so Oh, look at that. I was right. Right into 26. And we got our dude here. All right, popping a shroud. I don't have a decoy this time. I wasn't really anticipating getting this guy this quickly. All right, we're doing good. Go ahead and reload. I'm going to reload early. I know it's a little bit early, but kind of important to the process. Okay, we got rid of it. Now can I survive the rest of this round? Honestly, in some ways, I guess this also goes to show just how powerful the other additions to the game are, right? Whether it's your perks, your augments, your ammo mod, whatever the case is, it's definitely a good way to feel out how strong those things are, right? Because we are relying on only those things, basically. Or if we're not only relying on them, that plus the little boost of Pack-a-Punch that we do have is kind of carrying us through. Now we just got to survive the rest of these rounds. So far, though, it's been pretty chill. I will say the armored guys do feel a bit tougher. The regular zombies aren't all that bad, especially if we just choose to spam our dead shot with our controller situation here. Oh, we got an insta-kill. We're going to hold on to that as long as possible. Make it go into the next round if we can. Get the rest of these guys out of here. I wouldn't say we're taking an insane amount of time to kill the zombies. I feel like this has been a very fast run. Probably on good pace, actually. All right, we got the insta-kill. I kind of waited as long as I could. Throw in the decoy. Hopefully everybody gets together. Makes things even easier. Gives me a chance to get even more decoys. Look at that. No way, right? Nope, they didn't drop me one, but it's close. Close to being possible. Finish the rest of these guys off. If I got another decoy, I could just throw it, but it could be on the ground there and just not, you know what I mean, not picking up. That does happen to me quite a bit in this game. All right, 2 seconds. Got to finish as many of them as we can. All right, reload. We're in a good spot here. This has been a very smooth run. It's gone fast. It's honestly not that bad for being just pack 1. Is it noticeable? A little bit, but we can actually get legendary now, so that'll help us even more, right? So we'll finish these guys off. Do as much damage as possible. Look at that. We got a max ammo. That has not been much of an issue despite only being Pack-Punch level 1, which is another thing that you can usually use to judge how well the weapon's doing. The more ammo you go through as you get weaker, obviously makes sense, but the weapon's not requiring you to buy ammo that frequently. I don't know that it's a big issue. Okay, we got legendary rarity. I feel like we're in a good spot now. Maybe we're gonna have what it takes to make it this last few rounds. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. I gotta be completely real with you. I was not anticipating it to be this chill. I was kind of anticipating myself to be in the blender most of the time, and nothing is outside of the usual, I would say. Obviously, we chose a pretty decent weapon for a first run at this, or first crack at this, but I feel like there's going to be at least 10 weapons that you're going to have this kind of success with. At least 10. And maybe, like, the bottom 5 to 10 would be kind of ridiculous for this. But, I mean, we can find out if you guys want to. We can definitely test it out. Look forward to trying more weapons, different maps, different scenarios. Coming up with more challenges that we've never done. It's one of my favorite things about playing zombies. Is what challenges can we come up with, what challenges can we do, and what can we do that no one else has tried before, right? I think that's another thing. With zombies having been out as long as it is, I think it's kind of hard to come up with something fresh, new, and entertaining. All right, we should be able to get the rest of these guys out of here. I want to use it. I want to get this thing out. Go, go, go. Flipped around. I'm not going to get to use it. Not going to matter. Yeah, so far, I would not say this is any more challenging than a normal run. Obviously, like I said, chose a good weapon, so it makes it a bit easier. And we are kind of limiting ourselves, being that we're only doing 31 rounds, but I feel like that's pretty fair for exactly what we're doing here. So it just means the weapon's good, the challenge is fun, and we might actually come out on top here. I mean, we still have to make it a couple more rounds. There's still a lot of zombies to eliminate. Obviously, these freaking armored dudes are getting a bit tanky, but at the end of the day, as long as we make it that 30 rounds, it's kind of nuts. Because a lot of the weapons, at least I feel like when launch was, or during the launch time, I guess, was a lot of people felt like the weapons were just falling off dramatically by 36, which is not far off this, right? So the fact that we're only pack 1, I don't really feel like we're having that big of an issue, is kind of insane. All right, one more zombie, then we can flip to round 30. The final round of the run. Will we make it? I think we will. Oh, and it's a toxic zombie round. What the hell? Okay, let the decoy lock it in. Everybody gets together, and we destroy them all at once. Might as well destroy these guys, too, since they're here. And we can build them up once again for the final wipe. Yeah, this should be it. Should be pretty straightforward. There it is. We did it. Max ammo. Pack 1 the entire way. Obviously, again, we utilized everything else besides Pack-a-Punch to kind of bring us up to par, but I feel like if anyone's disappointed by that, they just weren't focused up at the beginning of the video when I explained it. So here we are. We're going for the exfil here. 30 rounds with no pack-a-punch beyond pack 1. Amax, you have my stamp of approval as a solid weapon. I think any weapon that can, make it through this as easily as this has is definitely a top-tier weapon, which is exactly why I chose this. All right, let's see what we can do here. I do have the mutant injection if we need it, but let's see if we can actually do some damage to this amalgam. Need to reload. Stay away from these guys. I don't have a... Oh, I do have a decoy. Say I don't have a decoy, but I do. All right, we're trying to lock in on all the crit spots we can. All right, go by. Hurry, hurry, hurry. All right, trying to get through these guys quickly. I don't know if I'm going to have what it takes to get through the zombies quick enough, though. The armor's hitting different right now. But if we get that activation, it'll help a lot. All right, I'm trying to hit the amalgam in the back, but it's not letting me. Okay, there's 17 of them. Get it out. And he gone. But he's not the only guy we're fighting, unfortunately. So can we do the rest of these guys in 35 seconds? I don't know if we can. Do we not use the streak with our pack 1 weapon in exfil? Where's everybody at? Come on. 9 more. I need you guys to show up. If there's 9 of you, there should be all over my screen. There's 1 here, 1 here, 2 more here. All right, I think they're actually showing up now. Get the rest of these guys out. Where? There's 2. I hear him. 1 there. Oh, it's the tankiest guy you could ask for. And we got him. We're out of here. We freaking did it. I can't believe we exfilled without the streak, but we freaking did it. 31 rounds, Rampage Inducer. Everything outside of Pack-a-Punch we're allowed to use, but we remained at Pack-a-Punch level 1 for the entirety of it. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!